And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. Today is Friday, October 17th, 2025. I'm your host, St. Nick, and we got a great show for y'all today. Wow. Week 7 kicked off last night. Steelers at Bengals, and what a game. Dang, folks. The Unk Bowl truly lived up to all the hype. Steelers get the win. Close win, 31-30, correct? That's the final score, 31-30? 33-31, pardon my French. Yes, the Bengals on the field goal after the Aaron Rodgers touchdown and all that. Bengals go down and score the touchdown. The team with the ball last in his hands end up winning, and once again, I mean, you only got to go 15 yards to really get into, game-winning field goal position. But the Bengals said, you know what, let's just make it an easy one, and they got inside the 20, so Steelers get the dub, steal the dub. We took the plus 5.5 last night with the Bengals, pardon me. Bengals plus 5, steal the dub. Joe Flacco slinging the ball around. Aaron Rodgers slinging the ball around. And, it was a good overall game last night. So we make our official predictions for the rest of the Week 7 slate tonight, our 5 picks. And, I'm feeling good this week, folks. There's so many picks. I want more than 5. We'll probably have more than 5. We'll probably play more than 5. Come on, let's be real here. So that we got that all today on the show. We break down the game from last night as well. Steelers, Bengals, and I think you got a clean house with the Steelers. Not this season because they're still 4-2, still leading the division. But this is the last year, I think. This is the last year for Mike Tomlin. We're assuming this is Aaron Rodgers' last year. I don't know if he even wants to play next year. He probably could still play. Did we see Aaron Rodgers last night? God dang. He was moving around way better than anything we saw last year. So still kind of, recovering from that injury 2 years ago. And he may be back to 100%. Me, St. Nick, we were on the Steelers heading into the season. We were believers in them. We thought they would make the playoffs. We thought Aaron Rodgers would be classic, vintage Aaron Rodgers. But even, he's looking better than I was kind of imagining. There's a play that we'll show later in the show, but him just running, getting out of the pocket, he was looking like that vintage speed, not kind of hobbled, not slow. So, give him the rest of the year. Obviously, there's no reason to blow it up. You lost against Joe Flacco. All right, he can still sling. They've got weapons over there. But Mike Tomlin, this is going to be his last year. I think it's got to be. This defense, we thought it was back. We thought it's kind of, cleaned it up the last, their 2 games. But, oh, man, they just got diced up, carved up. And it wasn't, because they were just taking deep bombs. They were just getting burned on slants the entire game. So we'll break it all down. We'll talk the game through. We got our 5 gush picks of the week for Sunday. And there's a couple of stories we got to touch upon. So let's start there, folks. Shall we start here? And there's some stories we need to talk about that are not NFL. And we have to start here. Get this off my screen now. We have reached the tipping point. We have reached the boiling point. Enough with the fucking dog. Okay? Look, I always come across as the villain, the bad guy. There's some falsehoods about me out there, okay? Everybody thinks I hate dogs and I'm a dog hater and all that. Everybody thinks I hate Josh Allen. I'm a Josh Allen hater and all that. These are false, folks. Shout out the dogs. I don't love dogs. I'm not the biggest fan of dogs. I'm more of a cat guy. Shout out to Henry, the best cat that there is. But do you see me bringing Henry everywhere? No. I'm sure y'all would like if I had him on the stream every now and then. But, he starts to scratch at the green screen, and we can't be having that. And I can't put a shock collar on him like Hassan, that streamer, and just shock my dog or shock my cat into a position as he's a prop. This is what happens with dog people, folks, okay? They go overboard. And Kirk Herbstreit is suspect number one of going overboard with your dog. Shout out the dogs. Shout out to Josh Allen. I don't hate either of y'all, but it's enough is enough because y'all go overboard. Y'all go overboard with the dogs, and y'all go overboard with Josh Allen. And here I am having to rein in all the dog lovers and all the Josh Allen lovers, and that makes me look like the bad guy. But all I'm trying to do is just rein it in a tad. Sorry, I don't want a fucking dog playing catch in a fucking hotel hallway when I'm trying to get a little sleep. Sorry, I don't want to hear the outside the fucking hallway when the dog is going crazy. Shout out the dog. It's a gorgeous dog, but it's enough with the dog. We don't gotta bring the dog everywhere. We don't need to play fetch in the hotel room at night with the fucking dog. We don't need to bring the dog in the booth and let him get his paws all over the controls. We don't need to bring the dog on NFL or college football kickoff Saturday every fucking time, and he shits on the field goal. It's enough with the dog now. Kirk Herbstreit, he tweets this out. He thinks this is funny. This is main character syndrome blown to the extreme, folks, okay? Nobody gives a fuck about your dog, I'm telling you. Not even other dog lovers. It's like your kids. Shout out your kids. They're your kids. You love your kids. But nobody gives a fuck about your kids. Sorry. So once again, shout out the dog. I'm not a dog hater, but it's enough with them. Kirk Herbstreit tweets out, made to the hotel in Cincy, and Peter's getting ready for some NFL on Prime. A lot of energy, crying face, laughing emoji. Have you ever seen a dog with this much energy? Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, my dog and my dog alone has this type of energy. You will never find a dog with this much energy. It's so crazy. I'm so lucky. I don't know how me, 1 in a billion, got the most energetic dog. Sorry, guys. Sorry, we gotta play fetch in the hotel hall room because just my dog has so much energy. My dog's not like other dogs. My dog actually has a lot of energy. So I know you're trying to sleep. I know it's late at night, but sorry, my energetic dog has to catch this ball in the middle of the fucking hotel. It's beyond egregious what Kirk Herbstreit is doing. And he gets applauded. He gets cheered on social media. Oh, dog! Ah! Folks, look, shout out the dogs. Once again, don't get it misconstrued. I already know I'm losing all my followers. I'm losing everybody. I see the viewer count dropping. I see it. But you won't bully me into buying into and, let me rephrase, and gushing over dogs all the time. Shout out the dogs, but it's enough, folks. Kirk, honestly, this is enough. This is your wake-up call. This is enough. I know you've got the main character syndrome. We see it on everything you do. We see it, you and the dog. But it's enough. It's enough. That's another reason that's wrong with this world. Everybody's got their main character syndrome. Leave the dog at home, Kirk. Leave the dog out. What do you have? Do you have a wife? Leave the dog home with the wife. What do you have? Leave the dog home. Or get an assistant. Get an assistant that can just handle the dog. So you want the dog to travel with you? Okay. You keep the dog off screen. You keep the dog in the hotel room or somewhere. and you leave it with the assistant. I don't know, but it's enough with the fucking dog. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. Now, I do have to shout out to Ryan Fitzpatrick because he called it out right to Kirk Herbstreit's face. If you were watching the pre-game show for Thursday Night Football last night on Amazon Prime, they had Kirk Herbstreit, no shocker. He pulled up to the field with Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Rams offensive lineman. I always forget his name, the bald guy. In no disrespect, shout out to him. But Kirk Herbstreit pulls up and, he was like, woof, something, he said something. And Ryan Fitzpatrick was like, yeah, I'm tired too. I couldn't sleep because I just heard this fucking dog down the hallway of my hotel room. Called it out perfectly to Kirk Herbstreit. And Kirk Herbstreit's like, oh, don't put that on me. Don't do that to me. Laughing it off, joking it off. And he's going to continue doing it. No, Kirk, that was actually a wake-up call. That was a wake-up call. Ryan Fitzpatrick was not joking. If you looked at his face, he meant business. He meant what he said. It's enough with the fucking dog. Every day, every week with this dude and the fucking dog. I'm telling y'all. So please, I'm begging you, leave the dog at home. Leave the dog at home. Stop using dogs as your prop and personality. Once again, that streamer that literally shocked the dog into sitting into frame so his streamers could, oh my God, he's got a dog. I have to listen to what he says. He's right. He's got a dog. He's got a dog. He's right. He's sitting right there all the time. 8 hours. 8 hours, the dog doesn't move. Because people treat their dogs like props. That's what's wrong with dog people. And it's not all dog people. Trust me, there's good dog people. Shout out my brother. And shout out to my sister-in-law. My brother's wife. That's my sister-in-law? Is that how that works? But either way, shout out to them. They just got married. I was the best man. No big deal. No big deal. If you need me to read Asians by Shel Silverstein at your wedding, I will. I've got practice at it, and it went. I got a standing ovation almost when I read the poem. And then, if you should have seen when I made my best man speech. I mean, not a dry eye in the house, I'll tell you. Let me digress. But shout out to them. Shout out to them. They're great dog owners. They both got a dog. It's Kaya. Which is actually funny because isn't that Hassan's dog name that he zaps into oblivion? And then he says, no, dude, I'm sorry. I know this has nothing to do with sports, but the fact that this man was denying, and then finally, after the 1,000th time he got caught in a lie, it's just so funny. Once again, nobody takes accountability. Nobody takes responsibility. Nobody can ever be wrong. Let me digress again. But shout out to Kaya. I mean, she just tore her ACL. I mean, how unfortunate. How unfortunate. A dog tearing her ACL. And what do? They pay for the surgery. That's good dog people right there. Thousands of dollars. And they spend it to get that ACL fixed for the dog. Great dog people. Kaya and Mr. Banks. How could I forget? It's Mr. Banks, the other dog, my brother's dog. Great dog. Blue tick. Gorgeous dog. It's really a great dog. It's a big fan of me, but, and I feel bad because, once again, I'm not the biggest dog person. Hey, I'll say hi to the dog. Hey, don't come and lick me, all right? Please stop with the licking. I barely like it when my cat licks me, okay? I don't need a 10x size tongue on me. Don't need that. Don't like that. So shout out to great dog people. But there are bad dog people out there. People that use their dog as props because they know people eat dogs up. I mean, you say dog, I mean, you could be mayor. You could be mayor, honestly. You go to your city square, your town square, and you just say, dog. Everybody will start clapping. Dog. Oh my God, this guy's good. Yeah, I like this. Dog! Oh yeah, he's got my vote. Dogs! Oh my God, multiple dogs. He's got my vote for generations. But that's the thing. People see dogs as a weakness, folks, and they use them to exploit you. They use the dog to exploit you. I'm just letting y'all know. And Kirk Herbstreit may be one of those people. He may be. He may truly love his dog. But this is a little enough. Is it a prop? It's starting to become a prop now, Kirk. All right? We don't want the dogs being props. Enough with the dog. Enough with this. I mean, we just spent 15 minutes. It's too much on the dog. See what you got me doing, Kirk? And we never really even addressed the real video, but he's playing fetch in the hotel hallway with his dog. He's throwing a ball down the hallway in a hotel, and he thinks it's funny. Look at him. Look, he's going down the entire hallway. It's not like, this is, he's doing it right in front of his door and, he's trying to, be quiet. He's clapping. Hey, good boy. Good boy. Yeah, get over. Could you imagine? Could you imagine opening your door and seeing this dog flying down the hallway at you? The fuck is this? I open my hotel door. I don't expect to see a fucking dog. Look at this dog, always on camera. He's probably nervous. Oh, he's so antsy, this dog, because he got the camera shoved in his face. Enough with the dog. Kirk, enough with the dog. All right, let's move on. Is that enough dog talk? We can't even make our official picks on the show. We've went too long. I have to cut the show. Kirk Herbstreit is interfering with my show. I can't even get to my picks now. I got to cut the pick segment. Here we go. Let's move on. Dog. All right, here we go. Once again, I mean, I'm about to just stop. This isn't even a sports show anymore. I mean, this is just what's wrong with the world show. But once again, I mean, everything is just about the money. Pablo Torre, he's digging deep into UNC. And apparently, the North Carolina general manager, Mike Lombardi, took a fundraising trip to Saudi Arabia 2 weeks before the Tar Heel season opener. Interesting. Look... I've got no problem with, growing sports and, bringing your sport to other countries. But I really just and once again, I'm not here to disrespect. I'm truly not. But doesn't Saudi Arabia have not that great of a past? I thought we were, kind of our American values never lined up with Saudi Arabia, or am I totally off? I just don't understand why all of a sudden we're all going after Saudi Arabia money. I thought that was something that that's just something, we kind of believe in equality over here in America. And I don't really think they do that over there in Saudi Arabia. Don't you got to gown up if you're a woman? And once again, I truly don't even know. So don't come and cancel me because I'm saying something crazy. That's just how I always thought growing up. I don't know. But now everybody's taking the Saudi Arabia money. Tom Brady, other NFL athletes saying, hey, this isn't the NFL. We're just going down there for the flag football game, and they're paying us a lot of money. All these comedians, the Rida Festival. North Carolina colleges have to start going to Saudi Arabia for more money too. First of all, where is it going to end? And what are we doing with all this money? Once again, all this money, what is going on? Why does everybody just need an endless supply of money all the time? So, who knows what happened there? Who knows? Just how things line up. It's a little interesting, But we also get this by Pablo Torre as well. Once again, shout out to Pablo Torre. I mean, look, this is what journalists are supposed to be doing, correct? telling the public stories that maybe the parties involved don't want to be told. Or the behind the scenes of things that are going on that parties don't want to be seen. I don't know why everybody is on Pablo Torre. Everybody's trying to clown Pablo Torre on social media. I mean, this is what's missing in just the world overall. Holding people accountable. We're trying to hold the Clippers, a professional sports team, potentially accountable for potentially allegedly circumventing the cap. Because I would think we would all want transparency and honesty at the highest level of competition. Once again, I thought that was like another American value. But maybe I'm wrong. I really thought, we prided ourselves on competition. But I guess not anymore. I don't know. But let me digress on all that. Once again, is this my cancel show? Is this when I finally get canceled? Is this it? The week I finally get promo codes for DFS sites? Did I let it all go to my head? St. Nick, folks. Use code St. Nick. Prize Picks, folks. Come on now. All right, here we go. Pablo Torre gives us a little behind the scenes of the dynamic between Jordan Hudson and Bill Belichick. Now, this is very eye-opening. This is very eye-opening on what Jordan Hudson kind of sees herself as in this whole saga. Bill Belichick, UNC, trying to revitalize his career. He brings in Jordan Hudson. Sheesh, Jordan Love. But just listen to how Jordan Hudson talks. Just listen to this. Because this is crazy. This is crazy. Here we go. This is a hot mic video between Jordan Hudson, Bill Belichick, and this show that they're running. Listen to how Jordan Hudson talks.
100%. 100%.
Is it necessary to say keep them out of the end zone? Because I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
So there's a slide. They're going over the show. This is a segment on the show. It's a slide. It's called Game Plan Musts. And this is for an NFL game. The kind of bullet points, the game plan musts on the screen are stop CeeDee Lamb, keep Dak Prescott in the pocket, crush run game and make them one-dimensional, disrupt timing of passing, and the last one, keep them out of the end zone. And Jordan Hudson doesn't understand keep them out of the end zone.
Sense of the...
Say keep them out of the end zone because I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory on defense. I don't know if there's like an additional point.
Yeah.
She said that's pretty self-explanatory on defense. I just think, saying keep them out of the end zone, isn't that self-explanatory? Hey, I think you're over your skis here, Jordan, okay? All right?
It's a 100%.
100%.
I feel like that applies to all defenses.
Well, no, but we just said that the Cowboys' offense is the best offense in the league. They have the most yards per game. So they're going to get the ball down there.
And Bill Belichick's trying to explain it to her. She's like, he's like, no, we're telling you, the Cowboys have a great offense. They're going to get down into kind of the red zone, so we have to keep them from getting into the end zone, keeping them to field goals. And Jordan Hudson, once again, doesn't understand.
They're going to get the ball down there. Preventing touchdowns and forcing the field goals is going to be a key to the game.
Yep.
I mean, we could say it differently.
Is that red zone specific?
Is this red zone specific? Like, look, Jordan, this is not where you interject yourself. What do you know about defense? What do you know about ball? Truly, no disrespect. No disrespect at all. She's great at other things. She's going to tell you. She's very good at Adobe Photoshop. She can make her own graphics, folks, okay? She knows how to use Adobe Photoshop, folks. Settle down. But this is great. The fact that because we never get this. And this is like, we need to see this. We need to see behind the curtains, because what have we seen? We've only seen in front of the curtain. The airplane foot picture on the beach. like her packing his lunch. I think we saw her pack his lunch one time. We saw her do the Halloween costume for the Patriots Falcons. Didn't they do like a 28-3 something photo like that? So what we're seeing is all kind of playfulness, silliness, them truly liking each other and finding that kind of common ground between them. But now behind the scenes, how they truly interact, this is how people truly are. Kind of when you catch them when they don't know they're being filmed. And look, you're on a set here, so you always expect cameras to be rolling, so this is on them. But this is how people actually are.
Conceptually?
Well,
She said, isn't that the same thing as red zone conceptually? Like, what are we talking about here? And Bill Belichick is like, no, not really. Like, what are you doing here? We keep going.
Zone.
well, there's explosive plays involved.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So look, I get it. She's trying to like manage him. I don't know where she gets that from. She's trying to do a job. Okay. But you have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea what you're talking about.
So you guys haven't reviewed these before this moment here?
Not the graphics. The
Not
stuff that
And now they're going to get into the whole graphics. And now she becomes an expert on graphic design and website development, folks. Listen.
Actual graphic
Yeah.
itself, no.
I think she's taking a managerial role almost immediately, setting the stage for, I would say, a very detailed conversation between Jordan and Bill and a couple producers.
Skip ahead. Get back to her.
Light bulb situation.
Yes.
Editors at NFL Films did something and then turned it around to their guys and this, that, and the other thing. It's like,
Yeah,
it's a lot of salary
you're
to pay
right.
for. If somebody puts on a clock, I could create this in 5 minutes. Will you give me $2,000 to do that?
So now she's critiquing the other professionals at NFL Films. She said, "Hey, you give me $2,000 in 3 minutes, I can make this." Okay. Okay.
The reason why this is a thing for the people on set.
We Photoshop, and we have last.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is where she starts talking about, hey, I can make all these graphics myself in Adobe Photoshop. And also, y'all also have to watch this video because you have to watch everybody on the crew. Because this guy right here, he just puts his head down, and I could just imagine what's going through his mind right now.
We'll get somebody else to do it.
We could
Or
use
Joe or
Adobe
whoever.
Photoshop, and honestly, this is something I've done before with what you're calling a template. Okay, so Adobe Photoshop, and we have last week's thing, and then you literally just go back and say, oh, rather than Joe Montana,
Yeah.
you just go click, 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 click on the delete button, and then type in a new name. It's already formatted. It's already this, and you just upload it. You
Well,
take a
that's the
screenshot of that
thing.
screen and then just upload it, and it takes literally like 3 minutes to do it. I mean, I was able to build out his entire website with animations, with all of these things. I have zero real graphic experience, and he has a live website with all of these things on it. It was just a matter of pressing some things around. It's like, oh well, if we
And
don't
then
like that,
adjusting
we'll
the
just
info. Yeah.
So, look, Jordan, I just think you're a little over your head in this. It's not everything is just templates. I know templates make things easy. It's not just that simple. There's other programs besides Photoshop. I'm gonna let you know right now. There's a lot of other tools and programs and software you can use other than Adobe Photoshop. And saying that over and over again. And then she goes and brags about how she made Bill Belichick's whole website. So let's check it out, shall we? Shall we check out Bill Belichick's website that Jordan Hudson created herself? And let's take a look. Here it is, folks. BillBelichick.com. It's a website. The landing page is gifs of Bill Belichick. Was that the graphics she was talking about that she created? She imported Giphy. Literally, like this is. It says on the website right here via Giphy. Like you just took gifs from the website, the app Giphy, and pasted them on this website. Now look, the website. Look, people can make websites. But let's not act like this is the professional top-of-the-line website, all right? And that's what Jordan Hudson is kind of implying behind the scenes. And that's why I just, what's their relationship? What is this? What is she trying? Like, she's trying to be the big brain on literally everything. She's telling Bill Belichick, should we take this off? What do you mean by getting in the red zone, stopping them from getting the end zone? Isn't that just kind of self-explanatory for a defense? And then as, there's a full team around her that, this is kind of their job, video production. And then she goes and knocks, the graphic designers of NFL films. And I also think she started to knock Underdog Fantasy. I think she also said that in the clip at some point. And look, I got a code. I got a promo code, okay? On Underdog. St. Nick, go and sign up, deposit, make your first deposits, folks. Get in the game, get in the action. So don't be coming at Underdog. Don't be coming at my partners, okay? Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, folks. So this is, it's good. This is a nice base. It's a nice, foot in the door. But website development, graphic design goes so much more in depth than what she's thinking and what she's saying here. So I can understand the frustration over in UNC. Jordan Hudson thinks she's the overall default knower of everything. So I don't know. Just watching that, I was going insane. These people that just don't know what they're talking about. It's enough. It's enough. The dog. It's enough. It's enough overall, folks. All right, let's keep moving on here. Last thing, and let's get into the NFL football here. We get Russell Westbrook. He's excited. We know he got signed to the Kings. We love that. He got a little lowballed on his deal, but all right. But tweets out, light the beam, hashtag why not? And yeah, once again, still so amped to see Russell Westbrook, somebody that truly puts in the work, a true professional. He understands it all. Absolutely love Russell Westbrook. And also, I went a little viral on this. No big deal. It's no big deal. I used a little AI, and I know everybody hates AI, blah, 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 blah. But I kind of like this, a little Brody in the beam. Brody in the beam. No, folks, I think it's got a great ring to it. I would like to reserve the copyright if I'm allowed to, Brody in the beam. But I think that's something that they can definitely work with. I quick little prompt here to bring up this image, but, I said Brody in the beam, comic book art style. And that's kind of what we got here, little Brody in the beam. So, 60 likes. Somebody actually unliked it. It did have 60. It's at 59 now. I don't know what happened there, but shout out to Russell Westbrook, folks. Give it up for him. Alrighty, those are all the stories, not NFL, I wanted to touch upon. But now let's shift gears to NFL, and before we start breaking down the game from last night or going over our picks, there are a few NFL stories I do want to touch upon, so let's get into those quickly. In the first one up here, Alvin Kamara. His name has kind of been a little circulating this week about potentially being traded, the Saints potentially moving Alvin Kamara. Once again, I don't understand these teams trying to get rid of their best players, and you never get great compensation. Like, you'll get like a third-round pick. Like, I'm not getting that. I'm not taking a third-round pick when I've got guaranteed great talent. I'm not. And once again, we got to stop with these trades, these low-ball trash trades in the NFL. It's like we're trading in division. Like, what are we doing? We'll get to that when we talk this Browns-Steelers game, or this Bengals-Steelers game, but the Browns trading a competent quarterback to a division rival that's got two great tall receivers that you just got to throw it up to? Like, where is the competition nowadays? Why is everybody just, all right, I'll give you my best player for peanuts? It never made sense to me. But Alvin Kamara, he nips that trade talk in the bud, and rightfully so. The Saints, they've been trash for the last 6 years. Ever since Drew Brees left, this team's been trash. So the fact that, now it would be the time they move Alvin Kamara, it's like if you truly could have gotten rid of Alvin Kamara sooner, I think you would have done it by now. Alvin Kamara says if he gets traded from the Saints, he says, quote, I'm going to go drink a pina colada somewhere. which I think it was referring to, hey, you trade me, I'm going to retire. So you can't trade me. I'm telling whatever team trades for me, I'm not even going to play for you. I'm retiring. So Alvin Kamara seems to feel good in New Orleans, does not want to leave, even though they're not really contending for anything right now and haven't really been contending for anything in the last 5-6 years. And Alvin Kamara seems to be fine with that. He's fine in New Orleans, and if you do try to trade him, I think he's going to retire. So Alvin Kamara kind of tying the Saints' hands in a knot here. Can't really do anything with them. Just got to keep this great player on your team. Oh, shucks. How unfortunate. What a punishment. I got to keep one of the best running backs in the league on my team. Ugh. I know. It's the worst. So Alvin Kamara not going anywhere. Now, somebody that may go somewhere, Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle, folks, what the heck is going on with that? And Devon Achane, both their names are circling and getting rumored about being traded. Now, let's talk about Jalen Waddle. He tweets out yesterday a picture of him in a Dolphins uniform in the Bill Stadium with the caption reading ... So let me just nip this in the bud right now. If you trade one of our best receivers to a division rival that is currently struggling with the passing game, I will be done. I will not be a Dolphins fan anymore, and I'll honestly be done with football. Because why the fuck are we trading in division? When does that ever make sense? Once again, Browns trading Joe Flacco, a competent quarterback, to a team that needs a quarterback in your division that is still in the division mix with 2 wins and has some of the best receivers in the game. Why would you even consider that? Maybe for 2 first-round picks, I start to think about it, but you come at me with the 5th-round picks, I instantly hang up the phone, and I think I start the legal process of a restraining order, because what the fuck is that? You trying to fuck me? No. Restraining order. So, Jalen Waddle, please, for the love of everything, do not trade him, and definitely do not trade him to a division rival. Please, for the love of everything. But Jalen Waddle's name has been kind of associated with the Giants in the overall kind of trade package that has been kind of swirling online. Is Jalen Waddle for, I think, Abdul Carter? The Giants' edge rusher? I believe it's Abdul Carter. Let me double check here. It's one of the big dogs up front. I know that. Did he delete these tweets? Abdul Carter, who's the other one? Oh my gosh. It was definitely a Giants pass rusher, but that pass rusher ended up tweeting out as these rumors were kind of swirling online. He woke up, or he said he woke up. He tweets out, "What did I miss?" with a little confused emoji. And then like 2 other gifs of like, "Oh, okay, this is the game y'all want to play. Oh, okay." Kind of giving a little credence to this trade overall. So watch out for potentially Jalen Waddle to be moved and potentially moved to the Giants. I don't condone this move at all. Once again, I'm not the biggest fan on Jalen Waddle. Y'all eat Jalen Waddle up. I see a potential hazard out on the field. We broke it down last week. You know, him bobbling the ball. The first interception was Jalen Waddle's fault 100%. Him almost dropping a wide open ball because he couldn't catch it 5 times and luckily caught it the split second before he went out of bounds. Pardon me, I'm just trying to find, I was trying to find these tweets. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull these up quick. But potentially watch out for that. And then another name that the Dolphins potentially are rumoring around shopping is Devon Achane. Why are we getting rid of our best player? Devon Achane is our best player. He's a running back and a receiver. Mike McDaniel always goes to Devon Achane on 4th down or 3rd down. We see that. Devon Achane has receiving touchdowns, folks. And we'd want to get rid of that for what? For what? Do we not just see the extreme speed when he hit the edge and took it to the house against the Chargers? What is going on? We get somebody saying on Twitter, people want to trade Achane, who is a top 5 NFL running back, for a draft pick, just so they can attempt to draft a top 5 running back. Exactly. And that brought up the whole debate. Is Devon Achane a top 5 running back? A fucking court. Where the fuck? Who are we watching? I know everybody hates the Dolphins, and it's fun, and it's hip, and it's cool to hate on the Dolphins. The national media makes it say so. I get it. All right. But truly, what the fuck are we talking about? Are we not watching Devon Achane? Like I said, Mike McDaniel uses him on 4th and long. And he gets it done. He's clutch as heck. Who's top 5 running back? It's not Derrick Henry, and you know I'm the biggest Derrick Henry lover. Can't stop fumbling. Saquon Barkley's getting bottled up. Who's better than Devon Achane right now? I just don't get it. I truly don't get what's going on in the NFL. These so-called smart people can't evaluate talent. These general managers, these professional scouts cannot evaluate talent anymore. Joe Schoen says, hey, Saquon Barkley's not worth $12 million. I know that. Daniel Jones, I can't win with him. We got people trading competent quarterbacks to division rivals. I mean, what is the NFL right now? I'm truly this close, and y'all think I'm lying and all this. Folks, I'm this close to truly wiping my hands with everything NFL football. I mean, really, honestly, just anything sports in general, because it's just become enough now. It's just become enough. I mean, we got boneheads everywhere not knowing anything. Nobody truly caring about competition. It's all just about the money. How can I get the biggest Saudi Arabia bag? What do I have to do? I'll do it. I don't care about winning. Jerry Jones doesn't care about winning. He cares about running his team like a soap opera for clicks, for money, because that's the only thing that matters. Money, folks. Welcome to 2025. Welcome to America, folks, where it's all about money. And hey, I like money as much as the next guy, but I also like not being an absolute piece of shit as well. You can do both. I know it's tough. I know people think you can't. I've been around a lot of people that think they can't and proven they can't be a good person and, kind of give out the money a little bit. They can't be both. But you can be. I can assure you. You can take less money and still be a good person. You can do both. The time I finally get my own daily fantasy sports promo codes for Prize Picks and daily fantasy sports, that's where I finally have to bow out of the game. How unfortunate, right, folks? Alrighty, what do we got here? I mean, we're running late. I mean, we've gotten into a lot of things here today. Let me go over this, and then we're going to get into the game. One more thing, and then we're going to get into the game. And let's talk about this, and then we'll get into the game from last night, and then we'll get into our picks. But once again, Kurt Warner, I mean, goddamn, I mean, we gush about this man every day on the show. He just doesn't stop with the great tweets, I'll tell you. And once again, I mean, I'm feeling great this week. Everything that I've held as a core belief in football for the last 5 years, at minimum, just since I've been professionally talking sports for the last 5 years. But everything that I've kind of truly believed, Kurt Warner is proving, and I love it. Once again, you got to be aggressive throwing the ball. I don't care about an interception. I really don't. And Kurt Warner kind of says the same thing right here. He says this is the ultimate dilemma in 4 points. Number one, is a team winning because quarterback aggressiveness, even if he throws interceptions? The theory that I subscribe to, Kurt Warner. Number two, is team losing because quarterback aggressiveness, because he's throwing interceptions? 3, is team winning because quarterback is playing conservative and not throwing interceptions? Or 4, is team losing because quarterback is playing too conservative, not making enough plays, even though not throwing interceptions? So overall, which is the right scenario? What is the right way to play an NFL football game? Is it to be aggressive and just keep throwing the ball deep down the field, regardless of interceptions, because you're testing the defense, you're trying to move the ball? Or is it try to play not to lose the game, which we've been seeing a lot here recently? And then somebody quote tweets this. This is John Frisella, NFL Frisella, folks. He's legit. He's an NFL writer and insider. He kind of agrees with the sentiment of Kurt Warner here. If I can get this out of the way, I mean, oh my goodness, computer's so slow today. I apologize. But this is what John Frisella says. He says, quote, I agree with Kurt Warner 1,000% here on point number 1. It is okay to throw interceptions. It is necessary to throw interceptions if they are aggressive and downfield. Absolutely. I mean, we can't be throwing interception because you were a weak arm on a screen or read the screen wrong. That's bad. But if you're throwing interception, being aggressive, okay. People aren't even realizing what's going on in the NFL right now. About 27 teams are playing the exact same way. Short, conservative, scared, no balls. The 5 teams who are pushing the ball down the field, taking shots, taking risks, are gaining a huge advantage over the rest of the league. Play aggressively, play confidently, or don't play at all. And that's what the Bengals are doing. That's what they were kind of doing at the beginning of the season to get off to a fast start. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the ball more. And that's what they were doing, going out and getting Joe Flacco. Hey, we got the pieces to be aggressive. We just need a quarterback. And Joe Flacco's one of the most aggressive, best quarterbacks out there still in the game. So please be aggressive offensively. Stop trying not to lose the game. Go out and win the game. Test the defense. Test the coverages. Maybe even draw a pass interference flag. I really don't think there's really any benefit in the dink and dunk game anymore. Take the risk. We've got great receivers. We've got whistle happy, flag happy refs all the fucking time. Take the chances. Push the ball and stop with the fucking dink and dunk, and all right, let's just try to get a couple yards here and run a little time off the clock and blah, 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 blah. It's pussy football, and I'm sick of it. All right, those are all the stories we wanted to touch upon for today. But now let's shift gears to the game from last night. Let's break it down a little bit, some things to talk about. And then we will make our official 5 gush picks for Week 7 here in the NFL. And get them while you can, because I'll still give out free plays. I will still give out free plays, but the plays are gonna be paywalled a little bit. I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all's support, but it's a little time that I start getting my money. You know, I see everybody else getting their money, and I've been sitting by watching it. But I think I gotta dip my toe in the money game a little bit. And they'll be cheap. I'm not going to be charging $100 for these picks, folks. I'll keep it affordable. Settle down, okay? And it's going to be worth it because they're going to be hitting. But it's a time the beard gets his, okay? All right, folks? All right. So, the game from last night, folks. Thursday Night Football kicking off Week 7 in the NFL. Steelers at Bengals, and I will say it was a good game. A very entertaining game. Points, they were slinging the ball around. Jalen Ramsey was getting cooked on the field every single play. We had some turnovers. It was exciting. Came down to the wire. So for Thursday night footballs and just for football games in general, this was a good overall game. So give it up for that. Now the Bengals come out with the win 33-31 because goddamn Joe Flacco, was slinging the rock. 31 of 47 for 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 65% completion percentage. And you're probably wondering to yourself, well, who did he throw to? His playmakers. And I just want this to be a wake-up call to everybody. Go to your fucking playmakers. Is it that hard? Now, I know this Steelers defense was looking like Swiss cheese last night, so a little easier said than done. I get it. But still, at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, go to your fucking playmakers. Go to them. We were just telling you, stop being pussy. You got to be aggressive. Take your shots. Let your receivers earn their money, no? You paid them for a reason. They're big names for a reason. Jamar Chase had 23 targets last night. 16 receptions for 161 yards and a touchdown. And then number 2 was their number 2 receiver, T. Higgins. 10 targets, 6 catches, 96 yards and a touchdown. And he was still able to get wide receiver number 3 involved, Yosevas, who's absolutely fantastic. I think I butchered his name a little bit, but he's absolutely fantastic. Andres Yosevas. It's great. 4 targets, 3 catches, 49 yards, and he was still able to go to his tight end, Noah Fant. 4 targets, 4 catches, 44 yards, and a touchdown. So, enough to go around, enough to feed everybody, and your main courses are going to your A1 tier ones, all right? So give it up for the Browns. I mean, this is what football should be. A gunslinger quarterback going to his weapons over and 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 over again. Is that 24 times? That's what I was going for. So shout out to Joe Flacco. Also, shout out to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he was slinging the ball around, but they kind of got away from what was helping the Steelers, which was going to their playmakers. Real early on in the game, they took a shot down to DK Metcalf for 39 yards. It was one-on-one. It was a beautiful ball, and he came down with it. 39 yards, one play. He had 11 yards for the rest of the game. What are we doing? Why does DK Metcalf only have 3 receptions, and why does DK Metcalf only have 5 targets? This is your only A1 tier 1 wide receiver. You don't have another one. You don't have a T. Higgins, and you don't have a Yosefas. You're not really 3 deep. Shout out to Jonnu Smith. I'm a fan. Shout out to Freiermuth, but they're still tight ends at the end of the day. And you still weren't even really targeting them at the end of the day. So I don't understand why the Steelers got away from their game plan of going to their playmakers. And I really don't understand why Mike Tomlin, isn't Mike Tomlin supposed to be the defensive guy? Or is he like Harbaugh, who's just a great leader of men? Because once again, Mike Tomlin's got to go. He's got to go. Not during the season. Obviously, no reason to do that. But this really has to be his last year in the league. This is Mike Tomlin's coaching history. Wide receivers coach in 97. Defensive backs coach in 98, 99. Defensive backs coach with the Bucks 2000s, early 2000s. So defensive-minded guy. His claim to fame, defense, allows Joe Flacco to run slant after slant after slant after slant after slant after slant, and you don't make any adjustments? I mean, it's bizarre all around. You stop what was working at the start of the game. Your defensive-minded coach, and we thought your defense was back, but this is a shitty defense. I mean, look at this. Joe Flacco, I mean, he wasn't really airing it out. He took his shots when he did, but, I mean, look at all these balls 10 yards or less, 5 yards or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm counting 21 attempts, 21 of his 47. So roughly 50% of Joe Flacco's passes last night were 5 yards or less. And Mike Tomlin could not find a way to stop it? I mean, you were lucky you were having Aaron Rodgers, because if you didn't, this is a blowout. Because Aaron Rodgers looked like fucking vintage Aaron Rodgers last night. And I was gushing about it. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Look at him moving, folks. This is like classic Aaron Rodgers. Flips his hips, changes directions, keeps his eyes on the field, good speed. Like, I really wanted him to run in the touchdown here. The first touchdown, first drive, they go down to Jonnu Smith for the touchdown. Like, I really wanted Aaron Rodgers to take off with it on 3rd and 6. I really thought he would pick it up. I was yelling at him. Hey, you're looking good. Run it. Fuck it. So Aaron Rodgers looking like classic Aaron Rodgers, and Mike Tomlin is beefing it, ruining kind of both your last rides. I don't really know what the future holds for the both of you after this season, so I really would expect you to truly put in the work here. But Mike Tomlin's not. This Steelers defense is shit. They couldn't get to old man Flacco. I mean, where are the sacks at? They had 1.5. Keontae Benton had a sack, and Cameron Hayward had half a sack. So, something's got to give on the Steelers defense. It was shit. Jalen Ramsey played like shit. Really torched every single play. This is probably the worst game he's ever played in his entire career. So, Bengals get the win 33-31. And the Steelers, this defense is so bad. It's so bad. All right. One more thing I want to talk about. Two more things we got to talk about before we exit this game. And they're very pressing. We're going late today, sheesh. It's all right. Y'all got somewhere to be? All right, but this is why this is so atrocious. This is why everybody can we take 1 year off of football? I mean, let's just end the season now. We end the season now. There's no championship. I just need really every team to take a deep breath and reflect. What are we doing? What is this? Is this competition, or is this just trying to extort as much money as we can? Are we in it for the money, or are we in it for the competition and the gamesmanship and, the sport? What are we in it for? Because everybody's in it for the fucking money now, and that does not make a good product for me, I'll tell you. I don't care if the NFL's making money or not. That has nothing to do with me. I want a good product out on the field. And what I am seeing is no longer a good product, because once again, everybody's just about the money. How much money can I make this season? I don't care about being good, Jerry Jones. I don't care about being good. It's a soap opera. How much money can I get this season? And if that's what you want it to be, well, that's fine. I'm just not going to be a part of it. You have division rival fans thanking you. Bengals fans were chanting, "Thank you, Cleveland," after last night's win. A division rival thanking you. What are we doing? You trade Joe Flacco to a division rival for a 5th-round pick. And I know everybody's thinking, or they're saying it in the national media, well, the Browns were right to do so because they couldn't win this season. Well, they couldn't win this season because they couldn't get the fucking quarterback right for fucking 5 months. We got Flacco. We drafted Gabriel. We reluctantly drafted Shador. Why'd you draft Shador? You don't want him on the team. You guys hate him. Why'd you draft him? Money? Oh, okay. He's good enough for the money. Blah, 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 blah. That's why. because you're so fucking concerned with 5,000 quarterbacks on your team, you can't focus on anything else. So let's trade our best quarterback, because that's who we started the season with, so we think he's the best, and let's trade him to a division rival that's still in the mix, that just needs a quarterback to plug and play. I mean, it's sickening. It's truly sickening. And once again, if Waddle goes to the Bills, I am done. This will be my last show. I am done. You won't hear from me. I won't have an exit message. I won't have, the last 5 years have been great, besides the 3 with the one company and all that. I won't have my goodbye post. No. I'm out. Done. All right, last thing to talk about on this game before we move into our picks for the week. And I went all out on this, folks. This is egregious. This is egregious now. There was a call last night. And it seems like, there's a call every game now. There's a call every game. But last night, Steelers down 13-10, 43 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and 13. Aaron Rodgers trying to go to DK Metcalf down the field. DK Metcalf catches it, but it's a big hit, and the ball comes out, and then it's ruled an interception. The interception right before half that, stopped the Steelers from potentially getting any points before halftime. But what is so upsetting about this play is just the lack of communication about it, the lack of footage about it, and the dancing around, the tiptoeing around it. So, Bengals get credit for the interception. Okay, all right, I've got no problem. If it's the right play, I've got no problem. If it's the right call, I've got no problem. I've got no problem with the whole Jared Goff play that's being blown up on social media, because at the end of the day, it was the right call, and all scoring replays are reviewed regardless, so I don't understand why everybody's in a big uproar for that one. But this play right here, where, first of all, is the clear and concise evidence that he had possession? And where did the call go from you have to maintain possession through the ground? Because he does not. This is the full 2 minutes and 46 seconds, folks. I rewound it. I recorded it on my phone. I have the proof. This is it. This is it. From play to next play. This is the entire footage. 2 minutes and 46 seconds. So, the very first replay they show of the Bengals defender, you can see the ball at the very end start to come loose when he goes to the ground. Here it is. This is it. This is the only time we get the extended, quote-unquote, extended view. And the extended view is like literally a second and a half. So here it is. He kind of has possession right here. I'll give you that. Defender has possession right here. He's got 1 foot down, that other foot is up. The hand comes down out of bounds before that second foot hits. And if you start to look, the ball is clearly moving in his arm. So they show that clip, right? You see the ball move. That's the last time you see that. That's the last time you see that for the remainder 2 minutes. Every other angle, every other replay stops when the hand hits out of bounds before the ball starts to show it's moving. Now, forget that 1 point for a second, okay? Just look at this one angle. When he has possession, Turner, when he has possession, that second foot is off the ground. You've only got 1 foot in bounds before the knee touches down. The refs don't review it. The broadcast booth is too busy talking about fucking Kirk Herbstreit's dog to talk about the play. And it's all right, interception, we all move on. There is nothing worse when you see something and nobody talks about it, they don't show another angle, and you're meant to think you're absolutely insane. Well, I zoomed in on it here, folks. Take a look at this. Do you not see this ball moving? Does that ball not start to get jarred loose? I can see this on my home television when I'm sitting. What am I sitting? What is my couch? Like 8 feet away from the screen? Folks, this ball is moving. First of all, he doesn't even have 2 feet in bounds, and now the ball is moving. He never has possession. He never has control with possession. They never show this angle again. They never show that footage again, folks. For the remainder of the 2 minutes, it's all different angles. And when they go to show that angle, it stops. They cut it short when the arm goes out of bounds. They pause it right here before the ball moves. They keep it paused for 3 seconds. Then they go to another angle. They never show the ball moving again, folks. Now look, is it still the right call at the end of the day? I don't think so. But this changed the game. This had a potential outcome change of the game. They didn't talk about it, and they all just, oh. And what's so fucking comical about this, literally 2 plays later when Jamar Chase was out of bounds, they spent like 4 minutes checking under the hood, replay after replay, slow-mo, angle after angle. But this play, on a huge play, this is an overturn on a change of possession on a 2-minute drill before halftime when you're down. I just don't understand what the NFL is doing. I really don't. I mean, you got to be so transparent in today's age of betting and sponsorships of betting and trying to get all the money from betting. Players betting on the fucking games. Chiefs study getting all the favorable calls. And we can't overlook this when me, just a viewer, I see something, but it never gets brought up. It doesn't get questions. I'm crazy. He never gets that second foot out of bounds. Was there ever possession truly controlled by the defender? He gets possession right there when that foot starts to lift up. It's mind-boggling what they review, what they don't review, what makes the news, what doesn't. Because I seem to be the only one in an uproar about this. I've got both videos on my Twitter, folks, at Takes by Fans. Go check them out. They're both full videos, nothing cut off. This was what the broadcast showed, every angle before they went to the next play. I stopped the footage. I stopped the video on the snap of the next play. So both videos are on there if you want to take a look at what I'm screaming about, what I'm ranting about. But it's absolutely disgraceful what the NFL is doing. What the NFL has become, it's honestly disgusting. Not great. The golden era of betting, folks, the time may be ticking, so get your betting, get your lineups, your daily fantasy sports. Get them while you still can, okay? All right. We've talked a lot here today on the show, folks. It's been a show. It's been a show, has it not? Are y'all not entertained? But we still got one more thing here. One more thing before we close out the show, and that's giving you our 5 gush picks of the week. 5 picks that's just making me go, oh, man, I got them. Oh, I got Vegas on the hook here, baby. Ooh, we're cashing in this week. So, and honestly, folks, I'm just feeling good overall. I'm feeling good overall. I may give some honorable mentions as well. But here we go. Let's start it. Starting at number 5. I am gushing, small little gush over the New England Patriots -7. And why, the only reason why this is play number 5 and why I'm not gushing more about it is because the Titans are winless. They're winless and they just fired their coach, so they may get that spark. We know teams, when they're trash, when they're very bad, they have no wins. Teams really aren't going to go defeated. They're going to win 1, 2, 3 games maybe in a year. And, the farther you keep going, 0-8, 0-9, 0-10, your odds of getting one, they kind of go up. Players have pride, and all that. They're going to show up for one game. And that's what's giving me a little pause. Is this the game that the Titans win? Like I said, they are defeated and they just fired their coach. They may get a little spark. Hey, there's a little light at the end of the tunnel. But at the end of the day, this Patriots defense is good. It's good. It's not like the Steelers. The Steelers is frauds, okay? Patriots are the real deal. We got Drake May that's getting better week by week. A little thing that I am a little nervous about here for the Patriots and Drake May. This Titans defense, it's okay. You can maybe hang a hat on it at times. And we did see kind of Drake May. He kind of gets a little worse as the game goes on. The points start to dry up a little bit as the game goes on. But overall, I don't see the Titans defense being that much of a problem for them. And I got the Patriots at -7 here at number 5. All right, number 4. A little more better of a gush here in play number 4 is Panthers -1.5. Once again, why it's at number 4 is because, once again, the Jets are winless still. They'll probably squeak one out. The national media is bombarding the head coach, Aaron Glenn, for being atrociously bad. They're at home. Is this finally the one game that clicks for him? It could be. But at the end of the day, I'm a fan of David Canales. He is a nice leader over there, a little defensive minded. He's getting Bryce Young back on track. And this Panthers team, they got a little something here. They got a little spark, and I'm banking on David Canales to kind of keep this team on the right track. I don't think they're going to get derailed here by the Jets. So Panthers -1.5. And look, Bryce Young, he's not the best quarterback. We are seeing really up and down. I mean, every game I'm seeing very, very woof passes by Bryce Young, but then he comes back in the second half and leads drive after drive and wins games. It's a little crazy. Where Justin Fields, we just get the woof. We don't get the good. So I get the better coach. I get the better defense. I get the better offense. I get the better quarterback. They're on the road, but I'm going to take the Panthers -1.5 here. Alrighty. Number 3 gush here. Number 3 is Colts +1.5. Colts money line, however you want to do it. Take the +105 on the money line. It's fine. But this Colts team, Colts over the Chargers +1.5. I mean, look, this Chargers team, it's depleting. And look, I know Kamani Vidal was running all over the Dolphins last week. Everybody runs over the Dolphins, so they're banged up at running back. Justin Herbert, he's getting banged up on that offensive line all the fucking time. Can't protect them. And this Colts defense is a solid defense here. They'll get after the Chargers. We get Daniel Jones in a dome. He's right at home. I think they, the Chargers, they got lucky last week. The Dolphins having to collapse for them to win. I get the better quarterback. I get the better team overall. This Colts team, baby, shout them out. My number 3 gush of the week, Colts +1.5. Alrighty, now we're starting to get into it, folks. The top 2 gushes, ooh, baby. Number 2 gush, Vikings money line. Keep your 1.5. I don't want it. I'll take the value instead. This Vikings team coming off of a bye, and everybody doesn't even talk about the best thing about the Vikings. I do. I scream about it. The defense. This Vikings defense is going to get after the Eagles, folks. I'm telling you. There's dogs everywhere, and, this poor offense, they're going to have a rude awakening for them. Brian Flores with a week to prepare for the Eagles. Oh, baby. Look, and for the Vikings, we're going to get probably Carson Wentz again, and that's good. That's what I want to see right now. Because Carson Wentz is just like Joe Flacco. Just like Joe Flacco, he's a gunslinger. He can rip the ball, and the Vikings have two receivers that you just got to throw it up to him. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, he's back into shape. Vikings at home, and the Eagles, once again, they're in the fork of the road of the season, and it all depends on this game. If they lose, they'll lose for the rest of the season. If they win, they could potentially win out. But I don't see him winning here. This Vikings defense takes care of this non-existent Eagles offense. Jalen. You better enjoy that Nike deal, that Jordan deal, because woof, the national media once again is going to be questioning you at the end of the week. Give me the Vikings money line, folks. All right, and then my number one gush bet of the week. I fucking love this bet, dude. I do. Chiefs minus 11.5. It's okay to swallow all these points, truly. Geno Smith is absurdly trash. I'm telling you, the Chiefs are going to treat this game as like a homecoming game. They're going to put up the points. They're going to run the Raiders out of the building. And everybody, they're already starting to beat the drums. But finally, this is going to be the week where everybody in the national media declares the Chiefs are 1,000% back. Nick Wright is going to be so insufferable after this game that I probably am going to have to mute him myself. Chiefs minus 11.5. I mean, I endorse all the way up to 19.5. Under the 20, 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. But the Raiders are not going to be able to hang close at all with this Chiefs team. The Chiefs were waiting for somebody to beat up on, and Geno Smith, unfortunately, you picked up the phone for that one. Should have let that one go to voicemail. Chiefs minus 11.5, the absolute best bet on the board for the entire week, folks. So to recap, number 5, Patriots minus 7. Number 4, Panthers minus 1.5. Number 3, Colts money line plus 1.5. I'll let y'all make your pick there. Number 2, Vikings money line. I make the pick for you. And then number 1, Chiefs minus 11.5. Now, I do just want to say this. Watch out for the Dolphins-Browns game. It's going to be windy as all hell over there. They're expecting 50 to 60 mile-an-hour winds throughout the game, so probably a good one to just stay away from. Probably a good one to stay away from because they're both bad anyway. I digress. But a lot of wind there in Miami, or I'd be taking those Dolphins plus 2.5 in one of my gush picks. But the wind doesn't make me gush. All righty, folks. That is going to do it for us today. I truly appreciate y'all watching, listening, tuning in. The weekend is finally here, so make a little noise for that. We got college football on today, the whole slate tomorrow, leading into NFL Sunday. So come bet with me, folks. Sign up to Teasers Sports, folks. You could sell picks, you could buy picks. It's a nice betting community, folks. We bet together, we win together. So sign up. It's free, folks. It's free. Head over to teasersports.com. Sign up and follow my picks, follow along, and let's all munch together. No? Appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Take it easy, and we'll be back.